Hello everyone, and welcome to Weekly Geek News, and I got a bunch of cool stuff for you this week, although cool is probably not the best word in order to describe these things, as some of them are very much inspired by demons, devils, fire and brimstone, succubi and the like, and although I am joking just a tad bit, I do like my meat seasoned with that flame-broiled goodness, and maybe you do too. So the first thing that I have for you this week is a new game called Hellblade. And this game seems to be a fantasy RPG, maybe an action RPG, or just a hack and slash, although it is very dark and foreboding. Has a female protagonist, and that's something you really don't see a lot unless you're playing something like Lara Croft Tomb Raider. Reminds me a lot of Dark Souls or the Elder Scrolls in atmosphere. Make sure that you check that out, especially if you love those two aforementioned games. It is linked in the description below. And now moving on to a news story in keeping with the Demons, Hellfire, and Brimstone theme, there's a new article from Bloody Disgusting describing the new Doom game as having an avalanche of demons. Now this sounds freaking amazing, not only because of all the information in the article, with all the multitudes and multitudes of enemies that are going to be on screen at once, but also because of the very frightening and beautiful images that are within the article. They harken me back to Doom 1 and 2, especially in the theme. Make sure that you check that out, especially if you were fans of the original game. It is linked in the description below. And now stepping out of the hellfire and into the decimated streets of New York City is a new trailer detailing the RPG elements of Tom Clancy's The Division. And if you're unfamiliar with Tom Clancy's The Division, it's basically a third-person shooter that can be played single-player or multiplayer with friends. And it takes place in a dystopian New York City that has been destroyed in some way, with many survivors and factions trying to survive. It reminds me a lot of Shadowrun, minus the monsters, or Freedom Fighters, because it also takes place in a decimated New York City and is also third person. So with all those things being said, I'm very excited for this game. Make sure that you check out that trailer. It is linked in the description below. Moving on now to television is a new trailer for the new Workaholics season. It looks absolutely hilarious, as always, totally just ridiculous. Off the wall, off the cuff. Love the show. Make sure that you check that out. It's linked in the description below. Also on TV is a new show from FX starring Zach Galifianakis, and he's playing a failed clown of some sorts, although it just seems like Zach Galifianakis is just playing himself, which is always really funny. Make sure that you check that out. It is linked in the description below. And now moving on to the one movie that I have for you this week is a new trailer for the movie 999, and it looks absolutely intense. Tons of guns, tons of just tension. It looks absolutely incredible, especially in terms of all the action and suspense. Woody Harrelson's in there. He looks like he's doing a bang-up job, as always. I'm super stoked to see this. Make sure that you check out that trailer. It can be found in the links below. Okay, so now's the time of the show where I give you my music recommendation of the week, and I couldn't find anything more appropriate with the Demon, Hellfire, and Brimstone theme than the band American Head Charge. These guys are so full of rage, they will get your blood pumping. Super hardcore, nothing's better in order to lift weights to. I used to do it with these guys all the time in Afghanistan. They're just absolutely intense. Make sure that you check them out, especially the album Loyalty, which can be found linked in the description below. Alright everybody, that does it for this week's show. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the like button if you like my show. And make sure that you check out some of my other videos over there to your right. I do cartoons, music, and stuff. And with that being said, again, thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you next time.